All right, I'm ready to do it.
You go to bed at 2 with the 10, wake up at 10 with the 2. Some of you in this room can relate to this, and some of you might think it's a bad thing. But at least you're not going to bed, right? This guy knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, I've had a fair share of entertainment with my good buddy alcohol, and I've experienced some of the great things and bad things he has to offer. I know you've all seen the negative side of alcohol, when people get a little too intoxicated or completely wasted. I mean, I've seen someone get so drunk that they actually sit at the bar and make themselves believe that the San Antonio Spurs can actually win the NBA championship. I know, it's pretty sad, but the good news is alcohol does have some positive effects that you may not know about. Well, today I'm going to help you shine a little light on the positive effects of alcohol for your sake and for the sake of those who still believe in the Spurs. So, I'll be showing you this through two main categories. The first, your health, and the second being the effects it has on the economy. Let's begin with our health, because let's face it, none of us are getting younger, and like me, not any more sober. In a study by the American Cancer Society, 490,000 men and women were followed for a period of 8 years. All of these people did suffer from some type of cardiovascular disease. The group of people were aged from 30 to 59 years old. And over the 8 years, 46,000 people died over these 8 years. Point to be made was that, by peeeeeeece, was that the rates of death from all cardiovascular diseases were 30 to 40% lower among men and women who reported drinking at least one alcoholic beverage a day. This study shows the effect that alcohol has on preventing coronary heart disease and stroke due to occlusion of arteries in the brain due to plaque buildup. This is all again according to peeeeeece. So when you go home and find your grandpa sitting on the sofa, passed out with the TV still on, give him some life, wake him up and pour him another drink. Regression results from a 30-year panel at the state level data indicate that changes in alcohol excess taxes cause a reduction in drinking and lower all-cause mortality in the short run. In particular, since alcohol has a protective effect against heart disease in your middle ages, it is possible that a reduction in per capita drinking will result in some people drinking too little and thus ending their life way too young. Score one for alcohol, and the bureaucrats told you about it. Now, the last thing I was going to cover was the effects alcohol has on our economy. And let's face it, it's all fact. The production, sale, and consumption of alcohol has many effects on the economy. On the positive side, the alcoholic beverage industry creates thousands of jobs for farmers, factory workers, advertisers, and truck drivers, and even store clerks. According to ScienceEducation.org, federal taxes on alcoholic beverages amount to $7.5 billion in 1995. State and local government brought in even more tax revenues than the federal government. So stop looking at your drunk uncle as just your drunk uncle and see him as I do, another stock investment. Even in England, 3% of their GDP is a result of the alcohol industry. It contributes £7 billion a year from excess duties on alcohol. Now, how would you like to put your kids through school for as little money as possible? Well, the Texas State Legislature has recently been debating on putting a $1 tax per bottle or container of alcohol sold in Texas. This revenue would be split 50-50. 50% would go towards education and funding for Texas schools. So give your kids a head start on a great education and drink responsibly, and of course heavily. So as you can see, alcohol has many positive effects on your health and the economy. Today I've informed you on just a few of the positive effects of alcohol. There are many more out there for you to discover. So go out there, have a few drinks tonight for you, for your economy, and for your kids. And maybe you'll be going to bed at 2 with 10 and waking up at 10 with 2.
Nice. Thanks, Troy. All right. Who is next?